What's good, Buffs Nation? Time to keep our preview going. We've got another game for you all. We got to talk about the Baylor Bears coming into town. 9/21. That's be the second home game of the season, right after playing Colorado State in that rivalry across town. So you know that the Buffs are going to be, geared up and ready to play against what Baylor's trying to do. If you want me to be honest, I kind of got a feeling that our guy Dave Aranda's going to be sitting in a situation where a little pressure on his back. So let's talk about that here on the Prime Time for College Football. This video here is sponsored by our partners over at BetUS. 125% bonus up to, on your first three deposits, up to $2,000. They're giving some love to the player out there. So check them out. Link in the description below, as well as pinned comment. BetUS. Go check them out. All right. Baylor, former Big 12, not rival, but, opponent. Someone we haven't seen in a while. Colorado's played Baylor 16 times total, but only 7 of those were in the Big 12. And Baylor is bringing in a 2-game winning streak to Folsom Field. So we got to crack that bad boy. Now, like I said, I sense that Baylor's got some work to do. They've basically replaced their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. They had to clean things up. And so basically, in a way to save Dave Aranda's job, they went ahead and, let him replace everybody on staff. But let's dive into that. Let's dive into what Baylor looks like and how we feel about going into that game. So, as y'all see, we're going into the Baylor game, and then we'll have UCF next, and we'll wrap up the week with a Kansas State preview. So y'all get excited. Let's look at what Colorado State brings in with their overall ranks from last season, returning production, and, their classes and all of that, and talk a little about Dave Aranda. But before we do that, we're going to talk about our partners over there at BetUS. As you know, BetUS is hooking up all of the players out there, 125% up to, on your first three deposits, up to $2,000. They're showing some love, so you got to check them out. Link in the description below. They got all the numbers and stuff from all the major conferences. They've also got some great prop bets for Colorado, as you can see here. Heisman Trophy watch. We've got Deion Sanders at plus 3,000, Travis Hunter at plus 4,000. The question is, which one do y'all think can win it? You put in $10, win $300. Put in $10 for Travis, you win $400. And with Travis playing both sides of the ball, man, his goal is to be the next Charles Woodson, get himself a Heisman Trophy by doing everything. So make sure y'all check them out. Link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. BetUS, 175% up to 3 on your first three deposits up to $2,000. And they're also giving you back 10% of your net losses twice a year. I don't know nobody else is doing that in the industry. Pretty dope gesture for them to help you out and keep you playing. So check them out. BetUS, partner here at the Primetime College Football. All right, again, Colorado's going up against a foe, a foe we ain't seen in a while since, moving from the Big 12 to the Pac, now back to the Big 12. Baylor comes in overall ranked nationally at 108th, so not very good, right? 104th on the offensive side, 117th on defense. But for them, it's all about the returning production. This is what makes them dangerous. They're number 9 in the country of returning production at 79%, with 76% on offense, number 18 in the country, and 82% on the defensive side of the ball. So that's something to be concerned about, right? Now, they're breaking in a new quarterback, right? They've got DeQuan Finn, transfer from Toledo, coming in. He completed 60% of his passes. He's a 3-year starter there at Toledo. Passed for over 1,600 yards, just under 7,000 yards, as well as 63 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. And he's also run for 1,600 yards. So he's a mobile guy. He likes to move around. But their leading receiver last year was Monterey Baldwin. He's coming back, 38 catches, 623 yards. But, it's not a lot of yards, right? So the question is what can Finn do with their new offensive coordinator, Jake Spavital? He's installing a new offense. It's going to be very much high up tempo, but we don't know. With a new quarterback, retool wide receiver room, new offensive coordinator. There's a lot of questions there that we're going to have. So I'm not super concerned about them on that side of the ball, but they are returning a lot of production. So that line's going to help. It's going to help them a lot. Defensive side, right? Caden Jenkins is one to keep your eyes on. He's one of the top freshmen in the country last year. 37 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 2 fumble recoveries. And yeah, dude's honestly pretty good. He's going to probably be the one that's going to trail around and follow one of the top receivers out there just because, I mean, hey, call himself Slim Reaper. It's one of those things he does. He's 6'1", 177. He's only a sophomore, right? It's pretty huge for what Baylor's trying to do, and hopefully this can help, like I said, save Dave Aranda's job. So he's going to be one to keep your eyes on. Linebacker Matt Jones, he led the team in tackles with 82, 11 and a half tackles for a loss last season. So he got an all Big 12 honorable mention. He's going to be trying to build upon that and go out there and cause problems. Now, personally, I've already said, when it comes to Colorado going into this game, I am not super concerned. I think that the Buffs have a good chance of going in here and closing it out, but at the same time, it's going to be a tough one. We'll know what the Buffs look like probably around the Nebraska game or even Colorado State. So one of those two games will give us an idea of what this Colorado team is going to be and what we can expect out of them. And so I'm hoping that the Colorado State game brings in a lot of excitement and it reminds us of what the Buffs can do and that they're able to execute on it. But we'll see. It's going to be on Coach Prime. The goal is the bowl game. And so far, Vegas is showing love on that. Shout out to our partners over there at BetUS. They're getting a good promotion, 125% up to, on your first two deposits, up to $2,000. And they've got a line in there, 5.5 for Colorado to win. For a Colorado win total. That over is something you probably should check out. And so, outside of that, they're bringing in, 16 incoming transfers with 16 players in their class. And so ESPN's FPI has them rated about 55th in the country. So that's their football power index. So that tells me that Baylor should be better this season than they were last. Now the question is, though, can the Buffs capitalize on them this coming season? That's the expectation. And so I think the Buffs need to be able to pull this one out. Let us know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. How you feeling about the Buffs going up against Baylor? You think that they can handle all the returning production going there? I mean, the good thing is Alex says, it's a new quarterback, new offensive coordinator. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to have to be worked out initially. But Dave Aranda, like I said, is trying to save his job. So we'll see how hard they play. All right, you can check out the rest of the previews up here as well as subscribe here as the previews are done. They'll be up there on that playlist. And thank y'all for pulling up as usual. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring the video. 125% on your first two deposits up to $2,000. Check them out. Link in the description below as well as the pinned comment. And last video. Subscribe here. We'll talk soon.